This is the last group race of the season then. 1,800 metres is the trip for the Premier Plate. Group 3 run under handicap conditions. Headed by Rise High, was runner-up behind Exultant in the Champions and Chater Cup last time out. Time Warp will roll forward. He's won a 3 in the race for Tony Cruz. Season's Bloom, 4th last time out behind Beauty Generation, only beaten 3.5 lengths. Denozo and Insatiable, the two John Size runners. Helene Leading Star, 3rd in the Queen Mother behind Ho Ho Khan last time out. He gets Barrier 1. Savvy 6 was runner-up behind Ho Ho Khan, and Mongolian King also coming out of the Champions and Chater Cup where he finished 6th behind Exultant. As far as Chung Far is concerned, Season's Bloom and Savvy 6 are the horses that have been up. They both returned back on the 17th. We're back at the touch screen here to have a look at the speed map and some of the key races as well. Probably no great surprises no matter where he draws. Time Warp's looking for the lead, and that's where you'd expect to find it.
Yep, he's drawn barrier number 9, Andrew, and he'll roll over. And you would think that Joe Moreira would also be doing the same on Insatiable, who's drawn barrier number 11. So Time Warp to find the front. It's a long run down that back stretch. Insatiable to posse over into second. I think he'll probably have to sit outside of Time Warp. Not sure where Simply Brilliant will be. He did over-race a little bit last start, so if they push him early, potentially that could happen again. You've got Helene Leading Star, who has shown versatility in the fact that he could either be forward, and we know his form from overseas. He finished from, you know, sitting back in the field and closing off strongly, so maybe he sits leaders back. Rise High will definitely get back, no doubt about that. Citron Spirit as well. The question mark for me is Savvy 6. He's had a couple of trials since his last start. He's been forward in both of them, so potentially he might be eyeing off a spot maybe in there. But I think Time Warp will get the front. Insatiable will be very handy. The others can sort their order out behind. All right. Have you got an edge for us as far as track work's concerned, Paul?
Well, we'll show you a few of these horses. The first one we're going to look at is Rise High. He's going really nicely here in the morning. Now, he's got 133, but has one with a weight of 130 before, so carrying weight's not a problem for the horse, and I think he's going really well, this horse. He stretches out nicely here. Simply Brilliant. He was disappointing at his last start. Finished at the back, in fact. He did pull a lot in that particular contest, so with Time Warp in the race, it'd probably suit him because he knows you're going to get a genuine
You get the feeling he might have had enough this season?
Possibly. I've left him out, so it's quite possible. Here's the two John Size runners in the race, Insatiable and Denozo, both going as well as each other, both working well. Distance will suit both these horses.
All right, OK, we'll come back to them in due course. We're going to start off, though, with Rise High, top weight and probably favourite as well. Here's jockey Vincent Ho.
Rise High, Vincent, big run from him last time out on the Champions and Chater Cup.
Yeah, I ran well. As long as he relaxed, and he can run home very strong because he can be strong in the race. But if you can relax him, and for sure he can produce something.
Have you got any concerns about him coming back from a distance like that back to 1,800 metres on Sunday?
I think he is fine. He showed the results before. He can handle 18, and so I don't think there's a problem.
You look at your own season. You're on 51 wins, having a terrific time of things. Clearly the leading local rider. You won the Queen Mother Memorial Cup last month. As far as your career progression is concerned, is this the next step to not only be riding in these big races, but to be winning them?
Yes, thank you. But yeah, definitely try to get more good quality rides and win some big races for sure. That's a goal for sure. Yeah.
He's had a great season, Vincent. It might finish here with the final group race of the season as well with Rise High.
Every chance. I think next season, I mean, Casper's been quite bullish all this season as well, that he's a real serious horse and potentially, you know, a group horse at set weights. He's got to carry the weight here, but he's got all the guns blazing.
Yeah, I think he can do it. He's a winner over 1,600 before, so 1,800.
Well, all his wins, yeah, four them so far have been over the mile. Yeah. All right, what are the rivals? We've got Savvy 6, a possible pace query there. This is him finishing second last time out. Helene Leading Star is another one that likes to be on speed. Mongolian King just in behind Savvy 6. Insatiable on the front end as well. And really further back, all behind Ho Ho Khan and the Queen Mother.
Yeah, a bit to take in. You can see Helene Leading Star led here, so he could potentially from gate one kick up and be in that early speed battle right on the back of Time Warp. That'll give him a good chance. He's chasing a high achievement bonus, and this will be his last chance at securing that before it dissolves. So I actually had him in and then I took him out, and that might be an error on my part. I think he'll run a bit of a good race, actually, Helene Leading Star.
Yeah, he should go pretty well. I put Savvy 6 in from this lot, though. I think 1800 looks good for him. He's run second over 2000 before, and look, he ran on nicely enough there.
Recent trials at Chunfa have been good too, but we know he's a bit of a naughty boy, Savvy 6.
He's a rogue. He's definitely a rogue.
He can be. I didn't mind the run of Mongolian King there, and good behind Exultant next time out as well. Next up, well, we'll have a look at Insatiable once more here, and he's slightly obscured there down on the inside. The other horses, though, to take note of here are Citron Spirits, Denozo, and the other one being Simply Brilliant. Again, probably not his best effort.
I'm of the opinion Citron Spirit is such an honest horse, but he makes a better go of things when there's a touch of cushion in the track. Simply Brilliant, I thought this was a poor run from him, to be honest. He might be on the downward spiral. He might have had enough this prep, but he's quality from what we saw earlier on in the season.
Yeah, it was a good win from him at Happy Valley in particular, wasn't it? But look, Insatiable hit the line strongly there.
Yeah.
And I think Denozo coming back to 1800 is interesting because he's a 4-time winner over the 1800 as well. So I've got both those John Size horses.
Yeah, this is a tricky handicap, I think.
Yeah, and he's another one of those horses that can go around at decent odds as well, Denozo. If you're a fan, you'd have had a few collects with him. Now, Time Warp, he's the question mark. At his very best, he was a Group 1 horse. Whether he's still at that level or not's debatable, but left alone in front, what could he do? Well,
that's it. He's coming back from the 1.5 miles to the 1800 and probably won't get pestered by Insatiable, Joe Moreira, will he here, Matthew Poon? So, you know, he's capable. You get into his rhythm. He got cut down by a horse going back quite some time now, and that horse ran a track record. NASA, yes, over this course and distance in a similar type of race. So it's not beyond him, but we know he's a flip of the coin prospect.
All right, Time Warp we didn't favourite. Rise High's favourite, Paul, what do you like?
Yeah, he's on top for me, Rise High. Look, he's second in a Group 1 last time. 1800 metres, I don't think it's going to be a problem for him. He can carry weight, we've seen that before, so he's on top. Savvy 6 comes in with a light weight. He is a rogue, so you've got to take him a bit on trust, but he's got plenty of ability. Then the John Size pair, Insatiable, Denozo. Interesting, Joe Moreira's gone with Insatiable, so he's at third and Denozo fourth. 110, 7-6, I think the one can win it.
I do as well, but I think of the two group races on the program, this is the tougher of the two. I ended up going with Seasons Bloom. Of course, a Group 1 winner won the Stewards Cup 2 seasons ago. His runs behind Beauty Generation at his last two have been solid, drawn well. I'll give him an each-way chance. Rise High, Insatiable. I put Simply Brilliant just in ahead of Helene Leading Star, but I do think Helene Leading Star's a definite inclusion to your exotics.
All right. Yeah, Rise High, I think, is the one to beat, but I'll roll the dice with the outsider of the field, and that is Mongolian King. Two more races to go. We'll be back on the other side of this.